Hi. Having some technical difficulties, not going to dwell on them. We're going to keep on going. Okay, so we were talking about Penelope. She is the Dangercraft thing. I think we showed that earlier.
We're talking about how you're an overachiever and you have handspun and I do not.
Well, I wanted to use worsted, and I don't keep a lot of worsted. Most of what I keep ends up being single skeins of stock yarn in one colorway. So I decided to use handspun because it's one of the few things I had in worsted that had a decent color selection on. So I used 2 different colors of handspun. The red is Crown Mountain Fibers, which is something that I spun it. It's a 3-ply worsted. It's in my never-ending quest to get a 3-ply sock weight. I probably spun this last year. Laura gave this to me, I think.
I did.
At some point. And then, I keep covering Laura, sorry. This is...
Whatever. I'm
totally accidental. This is from Amy Fun Fairy Girl, and she spun this for me, and the colorway is called This Means I Love You, I think. I don't know who the fiber's from. I'll try to find that out and link it in the show notes. So she's cute. She's got little felt teeth and little happy arms. And she's like, yay, pick me! Yay!
I'm gonna come live with you!
I did not do the best job seaming her. She is imperfect. You can see, well, this part's not bad, but like around here on the front, yeah. So I'm not perfect, but she's for me. And she's not being given to anyone. She's for me only.
She's so cute.
So,
and there's just a denseness that you do when you knit toys. You have to make them really thick. So what needles did you...
I used a size 5 on this, and the yarn probably would have called for something closer to like a 9. But like Laura said, with toys, when you stuff them, you don't want the stuffing to show through in the back. So you want to knit it really super tight, which is what I did.
She's super cute.
So her name might change. It might stay Penelope. Who knows?
I love Penelope.
I finished her about 20 minutes before Laura got here. Because I wanted it to be finished, damn it. So this is my other finished object.
I was like, Leslie, get downstairs. I need stuff. Sock.
She kept saying, let's put everything on the schedule. I'm like, why do you want me to do all this? The truth comes out. So, okay. So that's my finished object. And now we're on to our favorite things. And we have a jam-packed session of favorite things to talk about. So,
because we went to Atlanta.
We did. Yay. We waffled on whether or not we were going to go because we had car issues and timing issues, and Laura had a crap week. Yeah. So finally, we decided we were going to go, suck it up, get over it, and drive out there.
And I'm so glad we did.
I am
because it was like the best weekend ever.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I feel like we should have SpongeBob singing the best day ever.
Okay, I'm not going to sing.
We made Kobe do that on, what is it, Rock Band?
Yeah, and he likes it. So, we went there with the intention of seeing Alan from Numma Numma and with seeing my brother, who works in Atlanta sometimes. So, we did both of those. But before we get started about that, we have to talk about our hotel. So...
Thursday night we're trying to book a hotel because we didn't decide like till Thursday night and I had a function because last week was just like jam-packed for me with work functions. It was like choir concert, band concert, 5 seconds off, 8th grade awards assembly at night, so which I had to be dressed for, and I held my friend's baby who promptly threw up all over my dress because I was in a dress and heels.
Yeah. And
anyway, I get home at like 9 o'clock. And I'm trying to book a hotel room, and I'm talking to my father, Wheezy, on the phone, and I'm like, all right, what do I need to do? And he was telling, because he travels a lot.
Yeah.
And he told me to go to kayak.com and to book it there. And he had certain, like, guidelines that you should follow. Yeah. It was like...
The rules of Wheezy.
The rules according to Wheezy. It should be a 2-star hotel, at least, minimum. It should cost at least $50 a night.
Because we don't need, like, luxury accommodations. Because the more yarn, or the more money we save, the more we have for yarn.
It should...
I'm sure y'all understand.
...have, like, at least a 3-star review. And so we kind of took those guidelines and we're like, well, we'll follow 2 of them. And we ended up staying, and I was clerking about this, trying to see what areas of Seattle were good. Or Seattle, Atlanta. I know where I've been.
We'd still be driving there.
Yeah. We would have stayed with my grandmother. So what areas were good? And so Pitaloop Jen's boyfriend told us that the area we were staying in was not too bad, which we were looking at, and like I kept trying to book a hotel, and everyone had nothing available.
Yeah, well, it had one king, and with 3 of us, that's not
gonna work. We can make Kobe sleep in the bathtub, I suppose. So I'm going down the list, and I'm finally like, there's a $35 a night, what was it, Motel 6?
Days Inn.
Days Inn. I was like, golden. We're staying here. I don't care. They have a room available. So we booked it.
Yes, and we got there, and it wasn't awful.
It wasn't horrible.
But we made sure to park in front of the office.
And we were right above the office, so it was perfect, and it was fine. No horrible. It was clean.
We avoided gang rape. Yay!
Yay! Always a good plan for a weekend excursion.
So, okay, enough about the hotel.
We got there like 10:30 because we got lost.
10:30 Central Time.
And woke up the next morning, bright and early.
Yes.
Because we were excited to go see Alan.
Yes, and who wouldn't be? Because Alan is awesome.
And adorable.
And we had spent time with her at the previous 2 flings. She didn't go this year because she had other stuff going on. And so when we found that out, we decided we were going to visit her, and so that was this weekend. So we got up, and we had texted the night before and figured out a good time, and we got there about 9 o'clock in the morning. And her girls were not there. They were off at dance class, and her husband had taken them. So it was just Alan. So we got a tour of her house.
Which is gorgeous.
Stunning. It's like something that belongs in Architectural Digest. There are like hidden cubbies everywhere, and there's storage everywhere. There's beautiful artwork on the walls. And anyway, so enough of her, house love. But it was gorgeous.
And we got to see her studio and squish all the yarn.
So we got to touch so much stuff.
And see the new cupcake kits, which are amazing.
And the way that she has them packaged are really cool, too. So we recorded a video cast, and I'm beside myself about the fact that it's not cooperating with me. The audio's having issues, and I'm trying to pull out every stop to get that posted. We haven't totally given up on it yet, but we're
going to try a couple more things.
It's really frustrating to me that, she really took out the time. We talked for almost 50 minutes, and,
just had such a good time, and she just did such a good job. She's a little bit nervous and was awesome.
So I'm really frustrated about that. And I talked to Alan afterwards, and she says, just means you have to come back down. So
and we already have plans.
And she says, and as she's showing us the studio, she says, oh yes, well that's the guest room. It's adjacent to the studio. I didn't even think you guys should have stayed here. And she said, well next time y'all can stay here. You have to sleep by the studio. And I'm like, damn, I have to sleep by the studio.
We told her we'd be free labor.
Yes,
we can skein some yarn.
Yeah, maybe help her do something. I don't know.
Tag some yarn.
So we're definitely going back. Probably sometime this summer around July or something. Laura's got other trips.
And we'll post a link to her big cartel shop and her Etsy shop, and also
she's
her group on Ravelry,
she does some of her
changing a good bit of stuff, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for the future of Nama Nama because I think it's going back to what she wants it to be.
She is, out of the indie dyers that I've personally met, one of my favorite, and she really sticks true to what she thinks is best for the business, and that's
and what she thinks is best for her customers.
You have to admire that, So we're really excited to have been able to spend that time with her.
She's the sweetest person ever. And speaking of the sweetest person ever, as we were leaving,
so this is part of our favorite things. She's like, I knew y'all were coming, so I decided to dye some stuff
for you. So we got little matching skeins of
they're
goodiness.
schemed slightly differently, but yeah. So it's not named, so we get to pick whatever we want to call it. It's a heavy skein. It's like 600 yards, and it's so squishy.
It's her usual
the
base,
usual base.
And it's just
it
smells so good, and it's awesome.
Be jealous, bitches. So anyway, I haven't decided. This will definitely be a shawl because I want to show off every inch of it, but I haven't decided what yet. So if you have any ideas,
I'm thinking of an almost. I'm thinking I might do an almost out of this because I've been wanting to do an almost for forever.
So this is one of our gifts, and Alan is
so awesome, and
so
Alan's so sweet.
All right, so
we're hanging out with Alan. Oh,
we're gonna segment this, so we'll be right back.